Hello, my name is Jack, and I am an FSBI-funded PhD student at Swansea University, studying the functional diversity of sharks through time, and I am delighted to share one of my recently published PhD chapters, which assesses how the functional diversity of sharks has changed across the Cenozoic era, ranging from 66 million years ago right up to the present day. So first of all, why do we want to study shark functional diversity through time? Well, sharks are among the oldest and most evolutionarily distinct marine vertebrates on Earth. Modern sharks alone have existed for over 250 million years, and in that time, they've survived multiple extinction events and all sorts of environmental changes. Today, we have more than 500 living shark species, and they play a variety of ecological roles, ranging from apex predators to nutrient transporters. These ecological roles are determined by combinations of traits, such as body size or diet, and the diversity of these traits essentially quantifies the range of ecological roles, which we call functional diversity. And examining how functional diversity has changed over time allows us to assess the ecological effects of past extinctions. At first glance, traits are difficult to measure in extinct sharks, and this is because shark skeletons are made of soft cartilage, not likely to fossilize. However, their teeth are much harder and are constantly being shed through a shark's life, meaning they are both well preserved and highly abundant in the fossil record. So measurements from these teeth, such as tooth size or tooth shape, can act as trait proxies and thus be used to assess functional diversity through time. So we took dental measurements from over 9,000 shark teeth from literature and from museum collections, and we used these to quantify functional diversity from 66 million years ago to today. What we found was that shark functional diversity, that is, the range of their ecological roles, was relatively high for the first 50 million years of the Cenozoic. This peaked in the Miocene epoch about 20 million years ago. However, after that peak, sharks lost almost half of their functional diversity over the last 10 million years, reaching its lowest level in the present day. To try to figure out why this decline occurred, we quantified the ecological contributions of all individual species in our data. And first, we found that extinct sharks as a collective occupied a wider range of ecological roles than living sharks, which supports the observed decline. What we then found was that this decline was driven by extinctions of shark species that were ecologically unique or specialized, that meaning that they have trait combinations that are either extreme or highly dissimilar to other shark species. And one of the most significant of these highly specialized species that became extinct was the megalodon, the largest shark that has ever existed. As a gigantic whale-eating superpredator, this species played an ecological role that is not played by any living species today, and so that specialized ecological role became extinct alongside Megalodon over 3 million years ago. So what this means overall is that the functional diversity of sharks today is lower than at any point in the last 66 million years. This implies that today's sharks have a depleted functional diversity, which warns that human threats like overfishing that are driving over a third of today's sharks towards extinction are likely eroding an already diminished functional diversity. Ultimately, prioritizing ecologically unique and specialized sharks today will help to ensure that we maintain their remaining functional diversity in ongoing conservation efforts. You can now read the paper in full, which is published in Global Ecology and Biogeography.